needs a Shudderwock when you can play Lotheb? But this is no ordinary Lotheb. He's a 5-cost Lotheb with 711 stats and taunt. In fact, Blizzard, if you're listening, I think Lotheb should be buffed. I think Lotheb should now cost 5, but with 711 stats, and make your opponent's spells more expensive. I think Lotheb deserves to be buffed, and I think everyone watching this would agree with me, right? He's such an awesome card. Alright, so what deck am I playing today? Well, this is a Shudderwock Shaman deck with Reno Jackson, courtesy of a friend of mine on Twitter. His name is Yata. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He brought this deck to Mentalistic stream on Twitch, and they co-opted together playing this deck. This is a slightly different style of Shudderwock deck than what I normally play. Usually the decks, the Shudderwock decks I play don't have Reno in them. They have 2 copies of various cards. So this is a different style deck to what I'm used to. So do excuse any misplays. What's exciting about this deck is it does bring forward some new cards from the Saviors of Uldum expansion. Earthquake in particular is a card I really want to try out because it deals with Death Rattle minions. You got 2 waves of AoE via Earthquake. That feels pretty good. This deck also has Zephyrus the Great. A lot of feedback on this card. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it. Of course, you've got Bran Bronzebeard in this deck, so Bran Zephyrus is pretty cool. Corrupt the Waters is also in this deck. That is the quest, which when complete allows you to double your battle cries on a given turn from your minions. That is pretty awesome. Fits in very well with a deck like this. And Kazan Mystic to deal with those pesky mages. Obviously, stealing a secret perhaps is better than destroying secrets. Okay, we're joining this game in progress, and we're going up against a mage. Now, this is a mage that got to play Frostlich Jaina already, and this mage had played Dirty Rat, and as a result of that, I lost Grumble's battle cry. So Grumble was brought onto the board and then killed off. So we cannot benefit from Grumble in this game. And when that happened, I cried a little and thought, should I just concede? Because to get the value off of Shudderwock, you really need Grumble, because after you play Doppelgangster and you get the multiple copies of Shudderwock, you do really want some of those copies returned to hand so you can start playing Shudderwock again and again and again. What's happening now is, and the reason I haven't conceded, is we are relying on Zola. And Zola is still in this deck, so maybe, just maybe, we can benefit from her battle cry going into the pool, but it's not guaranteed that Zola will hit a Shudderwock and return it back to hand if there's other stuff on your board when you play the Shudderwock. You could get something else returned to hand. Alright, so there goes our Volcano. He now thinks it's safe to play N'Zoth, but we have Earthquake. So yes, all the natural disasters. Earthquake, Volcano, oh, and Hagatha's Scheme. But Earthquake here is wonderful because it deals with the Death Rattle minions. Two waves of AoE, feels pretty good. Now on a positive note, at least he wasn't able to return N'Zoth back to hand. Because sometimes you see that with Reno decks. So we should feel fortunate. But yeah, as each turn goes by, we're burning through our AoE, and then he just refills the board again. And this hero power. Such good value.
Let me show you the other side.
That's pretty decent. I mean, the only problem here is there are 1 health minions on the board, which are good for his hero power. Wait, he didn't want to create a water elemental on that turn? Oh well, things are really slowing down for us now. He has more cards than us in hand, so he's got more value. I mean, we have the Shudderwock. It's just that we're waiting for Zola. And we're waiting for Doppelgangster. Okay, Zephyrus. It's time for you to save the day.
Your wish is my suggestion.
I think we need the Infiltrator here because of the secret. Or the secrets. And I think Earth Elemental is fine. Cabal Shadow Priest doesn't do enough here. It steals a 2-3, but that's not good enough. Okay, 2 secrets gone. Feels pretty good.
Does not scare me.
Deathlord is quite scary because Zola is still in our deck. If Deathlord brings out Zola onto the board, we're just entirely screwed. Okay, there's Doppelgangster. My opponent, though, I would argue has a better board than me. Those 3/6 water elementals are just going to do so much work for him. But our job is to survive long enough to play the Shudderwock. So really now, it's just Zola that we need. And here he goes for value, Brown Kazakus. I wonder what kind of potions he's picking. I assume he wants to close this game out quickly, so he's probably picking potions that deal damage. So you can go face for, like, was it 8 damage that you get from a 10 cost potion? Or is it 6 for single target? I forget.
The time is now.
Okay, makes sense. Wants the water rally. Oh, continuing to trade. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Buy me more time, please. Okay. I'm gonna Plague of Murlocs here. And that's quite a scary board. Sure. We need to Haggard the Scheme then. That board is just... there's too much damage on that board. So, you look back on that turn, it seemed quite wasteful. Why did I Plague of Murlocs and Haggard the Scheme? Why not just Scheme?
Your wish is my suggestion.
Well, there was a Deathlord on board, and if I Haggard the Schemed and it killed the Deathlord, there's a chance it puts Zola onto the board. And, of course, he gets Tyrion. I mean, why would he not get Tyrion? In the eyes of the game, that's the perfect card for this scenario. Because I can't deal with it. I mean, I can slow it down. But once he gets the weapon, the Ashbringer, we're just screwed. We're really, really screwed. So, I guess we don't want to kill Tyrion. For a moment, I thought he was going to get a copy of Tyrion back to hand. He chose Zephyrus, which I guess is smart. Do we really need to Reno Jackson here?
Deloa, speak to me.
Can we just get away with a little bit of healing?
I'm out of
We don't heal
cards.
for full, but I think we should be okay. I'm going to assume that he trades something into the 4-3. Because that is consistent with his strategy so far. He's been doing a lot of trading. I mean, if it was me, I'd just go face. But he's going to trade. Yes, he does trade. And I'm not sure why he traded there. Because doing 3 additional damage to me could end up being pertinent. Ah, he doesn't know I've got Reno in hand.
We're gonna be rich.
Right. Dealt with Tyrion. Part of me wanted to hex Pyros, because that's going to be stupidly annoying over the next few turns. But Tyrion had to die. Wow, Pyros has such a cool entrance effect.
I am running out of cards.
Oh, there she is. There's Zola. Always late to the party. Okay, fatigue is continuing to bite him here. Although he's going to feel confident in having all of that lifesteal. It'll be a while before he really suffers from fatigue. He's just going to keep healing. But now that we've played Zola, we'll be good for Shudderwock. And what the hell is that? Why would you do that?
Fatal mistake.
Is he deliberately trying to throw this game? Or is he just BMing me? Is he just saying, look, I can take fatigue damage and then heal up again?
I am out of cards.
Alright, here we go.
My jaws that bite, my claws, my jaws that bite, my claws that catch. We must band together, united for
Ooh, united for Dalaran. And yes, we do get a Shudderwock back to hand. That is incredibly fortunate for us.
From nothing.
And all of a sudden now, this game is starting to turn itself around in our favour.
Your wish is my
He is taking stupid amounts of fatigue damage because he cast Book of Specters for some insane reason.
unity.
I mean, honestly, can anyone watching this suggest a good reason why you would cast Book of Specters in that scenario? What is the benefit of casting it? What did he gain from it, apart from fatigue? Am I missing something here? Was it just BM? Okay, here we go again. Oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like we won't be getting a Shudderwock back to hand. Oh. But we get Jaraxxus.
My jaws that bite, my claws that
Zola didn't work out for us on this turn, but look, we've got 3 Shudderwocks on board. They're 8/8s. We have Ysera. We have Lord Jaraxxus, for crying out loud. We're in such a good position. Look at our hand. Look at the value. Look at how things have just turned around. We had a hand that was empty, practically. Then we played the Shudderwock. And now our hand is full again. It's amazing.
we're gonna have some fun. These things happen.
Yeah. That did absolutely nothing for him. Didn't actually kill anything on my board. That's really unfortunate.
Face Jaraxxus, Eladar Lord of the Burning Legion.
You face Jaraxxus. Yeah, concede to Jaraxxus. Oh, that felt good.
Anduin!
Alright, let's look at a final highlight.
Before King Rasta.
Going up against a priest. So we're keeping it evolve because we think it's going to be Big Priest. Shudderwock, not what I want to see in the opening hand. That's been happening a lot to me with this deck. It's quite frustrating. Ends up being a dead card for most of the game.
Tremble before me.
So yeah, when you're greeted by a priest, you do have to respond aggressively with an emote.
The light shall burn.
Yeah, that's a Patches. How interesting. So what the hell is he playing? This is not Big Priest.
Avast, matey.
Unless it's Big Priest with pirates. Maybe some big pirates are going to be coming down. Well, if he's playing pirates, if he's an aggro style priest, at least it'll hopefully be a quick game. Oh my goodness, he just used to go like a crawler on his own pirate. That's so mean. So, a good friend of mine, Trips, absolutely hates Galactic Crawlers because they target innocent pirates who have families. Those poor pirates will never see their families again because they've been eaten by a giant crab. So my opponent clearly is incredibly cruel. Alright.
The light shall
The
burn.
light shall burn me.
You may bow before
Wow, he's so aggressive.
Avast, matey.
Oh, he heals me.
Tremble before me.
The light shall burn you.
Well,
You have that.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Greetings.
Yeah, he wasn't winning that game now, was he? Alright, so, the Yata, Mentalistic, Shudderwock, Reno, Shaman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a really, really fun deck to play. I still need to get my head around the playstyle. I still need practice with this deck. It's not the easiest deck to always navigate, and there are choices to be made. You're also playing one-ofs of your various cards, therefore you're less likely, obviously, to draw into particular cards that you need at a particular point in time, comparative to if you were playing double copies of the various cards. This deck, because it's a Reno deck, does teach you to be more careful with your resources and to consider your resource management in a more thorough manner. So yes, harder deck to play in my opinion than other Shudderwock decks, but very rewarding when it does work out. So yes, super fun deck to play. If you've got the cards, if you've got the legendaries, it's certainly worthwhile. Give it a try. Tell me what you think in the comments sections below. And if you have questions about this deck, please post them in the comments section below. And I will ask Yata and Mentalistic to see if they can respond to your questions. So, Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again very soon for more One Mode Fun.